So we have a transformation called RecordID here, that is to generate numbers. It is not like our sequence of database or your identity, but works similar to that. I hope you know identity. What is identity?
Create a sequence.
So it is a sequence. Okay. Have you gone through the sequences of SQL Server?
I created a
No, okay, now I have a source. See, we have something called cache data. Cache data is, see, you can have multiple pipelines in a workflow. Multiple pipelines means you have one here like this, right? And we can have second pipeline in the same workflow. So these two will run simultaneously. Okay. So you can say there are two pipelines here. See, both are running simultaneously. Okay. Now, when you are having multiple pipelines, every time it has to go to the database, read the data and bring it to Alteryx, right? So instead of that, if you are using the same table multiple times in the same workflow, okay, so you can cache it and you can use it. You can cache the data. Now when it is caching, right, it will bring and keep it in the cache. It will create a cache for the TMP data, whatever source data, and it will keep it and it will reuse it. So that improves the performance, right? In that case, we use cache. Is it clear? So that is the use of cache data. This is to improve the performance. Okay. Now we are seeing the record ID. So we have in the record ID, see, when you are getting the data in the form of files, especially in the ETL, you are in the ETL, right? So we have to generate some sequence. Say you take type 2. In case of type 2, you have to have a sequence, right? For selected key. So in Oracle, what we do, we use sequence. In other tools like Informatica, we have sequence. So we generate it and we assign it. The same thing, we have a record ID. You generate it. For every record you are reading, you are passing through the record ID transformation. It is generated. Now you can tell. So from which number from where you want to start it, right? So you can start from 1. Okay, now I want alphanumeric values. See, most of the cases your sequence will be in alphanumeric format because you will have a wide range of values. Every data type, like if you take a numeric column, right, you will have some limitation to the column, right, to the size of the column. So if you are taking alphanumeric, let us take licenses, our license plates, right, numbers, KA01, okay, you will have 1 to 9999, But we have millions of numbers here, millions of bytes here, right? Vehicles. So if K01, if it is done with 129999, then start A, 129999 till Z, then AA, BB, whatever AB. So they will have a wide range of values, right? That is the use of alphanumeric, right? So that is the reason most of the cases you will see alphanumeric sequences. Are you getting me? Okay. So if you now let us run this first. Let us see the values. So you can see record ID 1 to 14. Okay. Now if I want to generate alphanumeric, let's say EMP1, EMP2, EMP3. Okay, then so how do you do it in SQL? You have a sequence. Say for example EMP underscore SUQ is your sequence name, right? So using curval and next val you will get the current value and the next value, right? Even in SQL server. Okay, so what do? You will concatenate EMP, the string, with the number ones. So what kind of calculation it is? Row level calculation. So where do we do row level calculations? In formula, right? Take the formula. Create a column. This is EMP key. So what you have to do? You have to concatenate EMP with sequence, right? Record ID plus is concatenation, right? So this is a string and this is your number. So you cannot concatenate, right? So what you have to do? That is the reason it is showing type mismatch. So what you have to do? Convert the number to a string. How do you do that in Oracle? To char. How do you do that in SQL Server? Cast. So here we have two string. See, you don't need to worry if you don't know all this. You have functions list. Go there, you have conversions, you find out. So there is a two string, two number. If you want to convert anything to a number, two number. If you want to convert any number, anything to a string, two string. Done? That's it. Is it clear? Let us run this. Now see the last column, EMP key 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, EMP1, EMP2, EMP3 like that. Is it clear? Now I want to generate sequences. We have a question. Okay, you are not a student. You have to generate sequences, alphanumeric sequence like EMP, and after that you have to have 6 digits. Okay, 4 digits. Let us take 4 digits. So till 1, 2, 9999. Okay, you have to have. So your sequence convention is this EMP, and you have to have 4 digits. If it is 1, you have to give EMP 0001. If it is 10, 2 digits 0010, like that. How do you do it in SQL? LPAD, very good. LPAD. So in this tool, it is very simple. Now what you do? I am taking one more. Okay, and my starting value is 1. The type, data type, I am making this as string. Okay. Let me add this in the last. Last means last position. Okay. Now let us take the formula and let us concatenate. Do you need the conversion function here? Do you need conversion function here? Because both are strings. Plus the second column is RecordID. Now let us see the output. One more thing I have forgotten. So how many characters, what should be the size of your number? EMP, after EMP you have to have 4 digits, right? So the size you have to specify as 4. Okay. This is the first output where we have concatenated EMP with only number. So size is not fixed. In the second case, you can see EMP 0001 if it is 1. If it is 10, 0010. So it will internally do that alphabet and comma. Yeah? This is the use of record ID.